All right, number 5 says a company borrows 14,000 at 7% for 60 days. We want to find the amount of interest due and the total amount that must be paid after 60 days. So this one, we're going to find the simple interest, and then we're going to add that back to the amount borrowed to find the total. All right, so there is a comprehensive formula that we can use. It's similar to a compound interest formula. So I will show you what that looks like here, because we're going to start getting into compound interest. So compound. So compound interest formula looks like this. A is the total amount. P, and then 1 plus R divided by N raised to the N T power. So we're going to start using this one. So A, final amount or total. I'm going to abbreviate AMT, final amount or total. P is still the principal. Okay, if you look at video 1, principal, amount borrowed, loan amount, all those kind of represent. R still interest rate. N is the number of times it's compounded per year. Number So N is going to have several different values. So this is number of times compounded. Sorry for my chicken scratch. So if we say yearly, that means 1. If we say semi-annually, that means 2 times a year. So N would be 2. We can say quarterly. Quarterly is 4, and then you have several other options. So let's say monthly. Monthly you get 12. Daily is 365. You can do weekly. I skip weekly. And one weekly is 52. And you can have a host of other options. Just they'll tell you based on what's going on in the problem. Okay, so this is the compound formula. Okay, so we'll come back to this when we're ready for it. However, when N is 1, so when we're dealing with years, okay, it simplifies to this formula. So if N is 1, okay, you come back to this video. If N is 1, then it becomes this. If we're doing it yearly, 1 plus R raised to the T. Okay, so this is yearly formula. All right, so the one that closely resembles what we're about to use now. So when we want to find the total simple interest, it is the principal added to the interest, and the interest is equal to PRT. All right, and a simplification of this is we factor out the P. So just write A equals this. So it's the principal plus the simple interest. Interest is PRT. If we factor out the P, pull the P out, this becomes 1 plus R times T. So it looks similar to this. Compound raises to the T power. This is just 1 plus R times T. So P distributed here. So you can do this or this. All right. So we're going to do that here now. So we're going to find the interest. We're going to add it to the principal, and we're going to get that total. All right, so the interest is the $14,000 times the rate, 0.07, so 7% converted to a decimal. And then it's 60 days, so 60 divided by 365, okay? Do not try to convert this to months, okay? I know there's 30 days in a month, but some months have more, some have less. So if they give you days, you're going to use the days, because that small change will throw the answer off. So leave it as days. So we're going to find the interest. Let me pull up the calculator, clear this out. 14,000 times 0.07 times 60, and then divided by 365. All right, so that's going to give us $161, and that'll round up to 10 cents. So the interest, so the total amount at the end of the day, we're going to do the 14,000, and we're going to be adding the interest, which is the 161.1. All right, so this is my interest. This is my loan amount. The total is going to be 14,161.1. So that's what the two answers. So one is looking for this part, one's looking for that part. So the first is the interest due, 161.1, and then the total amount due is the 14,161.1.